You're thirsty and also have a gambling problem. You head over to the gacha casino with your primo-filled wallet, sit down at a table, and get ready to pool. That is until you see a tall, thick glass of hydro come in. As she's walking by, you try showing off and throw down all your primo, ready to win. You fail. However, she takes pity on you and invites you back to her place, you lucky dog you. Now you're sitting here, staring at each other, jazz playing in the background, and a low light. That is until she snaps her fingers and things go black. Oh no, she knows the truth about your primo fraud, getting all your primo on the low from Welkin, and she also knows that you spent all your primo on Ayaka before her. She's been waiting in that wedding dress all month by that altar. Shame on you. And now you have to prove that the primo was actually legit, Welkin is not a person, and that you actually know and want to be with her. And I have a guide just for you.
Come on now, drink your milk and go to sleep.
Oh. Well, it looks like she let you outside at least. We need to help you learn quickly. Or else. Let's start off with her role. I learned from an informant, no name. She's a burst sub DPS. She doesn't even have to be on the field to hurt you. Her burst shoots hydro bullets. Worst of all, they do more damage over time. This is probably gonna be rough.
What? You're not a kid?
So our second informant has told us that she can shoot, stay with me now, a bow multiple times without pulling a string. Luckily, it's only a few bows she'll use. She's not gonna open the bow gate of Babylon, hopefully. I need you to pay attention. This is life or death. Here's her best weapons you need to be worried about. Aqua Simulacra, crit damage, HP up, attack up when near enemies. Will also work off-field. This weapon also has some of the highest crit damage in the game. Elegy, ER with an Elemental Mastery increase. Elemental Mastery and attack increase after 4 hits with skill and burst. That is an additional increase, by the way. Polar Star, crit rate, and the only passive that helps with her, skill and burst up in damage. This is probably her most dangerous 4-star weapon. Stringless, EM, skill and burst damage up. Refinement 5, it can almost be up to 50%. This weapon will even outpace some 5-star weapons. Pavoni's Bow, energy recharge, and you also have a chance to get energy back whenever you hit a crit hit. Unless you're at Refinement 5, then you're guaranteed. Sacrificial Bow, energy recharge, and also a chance to give her skill back after she uses it once. This will allow her to collect more energy, gaining up to 8 particles. Fading Twilight, energy recharge. Every 7 seconds when you attack an opponent, your weapon will switch from 3 different modes, bonus attack percentage from least to greatest, and it will keep rotating every 7 seconds. This also works while not on the field. So the reason why these bows are the most dangerous is because with energy recharge, she can get that turret thing up multiple times. Her biggest weakness is the fact that she won't be able to get the turret up at all times. Even a 3-star bow like the recurve can work on her because it gives her more HP. She's still a threat even with a bow like that. You know what? Maybe we should ask Hu Tao for that coffin deal.
All right, well.
So, more bad news. She's like a super hot Ada Hydro Terminator. I don't know how else to put it. Here's her abilities from best to worst. Burst, skills, auto. Code name for this is Basa. Basa! Onto her talents. Yelan's normal attacks. 4 attack strength, charge hydro shot. Also with the interesting mechanic of breakthrough state. This state allows her to get an AoE hydro charge shot. It's basically an arrow with a grenade of water on it. The damage of this special type of charge shot is based on HP. You can also tell when she's in the breakthrough state because her bracelet will glow. The breakthrough charge shot also takes less time to fire. You can see the difference between the 2 shots here. Part of the breakthrough mechanic we'll talk about in the skill section. Yelan's skill, which basically allows her to move swiftly like a ninja and also invisible like one too. It allows you to run around your opponents quickly, getting them in your lifeline. Hold the skill to run longer and then tap the skill again to end it. This skill also makes her harder to interrupt. Once you end the skill, will cause the string to explode, doing damage to all opponents wrapped up in them. This skill is based on her maximum HP, and each enemy you wrap up in this skill gives her a better chance of getting that arrow with the grenade on it again. Your skill is basically what allows you to get the breakthrough mechanic. As I said earlier, we talk about it. So you can get the breakthrough rate by wrapping enemies up in your skill. 1 enemy gives you a 34% chance, 2 enemies give you a 64% chance, and 3 enemies give you a 100% chance of giving your burst state back. Yelan's Burst Depth Clarion Dice summons a dice that shoots hydro bullets. These bullets will still fire while you're off field with Yelan and using another character. Bullets also fire with every normal attack. Do keep in mind though that this burst has a high energy cost of 70. Also very important with this burst, with her second passive talent, when the dice is out, it increases your damage. This can go all the way up to 50%, upping the damage of the burst and characters as well. As for her first passive talent, her maximum HP is increased based off the number of elements you have on your party. 6, 12, 18, or 30%. Do keep in mind when we show the showcase, I will have all her talent levels at 6. Also keep in mind she can do this much damage even at level 6.
I'll just leave it right here.
What do you mean you don't know her artifacts? Oh my gosh, we have no hope. You know she's roping me into this for helping you. Oh, I knew I should have got back into couples counseling. Now listen here, Yelan clearly likes samurais, pirates, and her health. Her hair is in the shape of a samurai helmet. Duh. Pirates, because obviously Beidou has invited her over to the ship. As you can see from Yelan clearly sleeping here, she really cares about her health. So at the very least, you can at least allow her to dream she's a pirate while taking care of her health. Use Hydro Set and Tenacity Set together. This is me telling you that so you won't forget it now. And that way she'll be happy if you don't have the pieces to allow her to feel like a samurai. As her normal main stats go, for the Sands is HP percentage or energy recharge if you have low energy recharge, hydro damage for the goblet, crit rate or crit damage for the hat. Remember, Yelan scales off of HP. She also gains crit rate while leveling. As substats go, crit damage, crit rate, energy recharge, and HP percentage are all very good.
It's yours if you want it. I usually fall asleep.
Ah, yes. Looking into her star sign. Maybe we'll find her weakness here. Good idea, Walker. Let's see those constellations. So as constellations go, Yelan C1 gives you a second skill which allows you to get more energy back, basically giving you 8 particles when you would only have 4, helping her get her burst faster. This can also allow you to get your breakthrough state a little bit faster as well. Yelan C2 basically gives you more shots with your burst. These ones also scale off of your max HP. C3 just increase your burst level or your damage. C4 increases the HP of all party members depending on how many people you wrap up in your lifeline. If you wrap up 4 people, you'll get the max amount of HP, 40% given to you and all party members. This can be great for units like Hu Tao, Zhongli, or yourself. C5 increases the skills level and also damage. C6 basically gives you 5 of the grenade arrows after you use her burst. So once you use her burst, her will now use the special AoE hydro arrow grenades, as we talked about earlier, just keeping that easier for you. And after you shoot 5 of them, it will clear. Nope, it looks like she's just OP. Well, can you and your dumb ideas? You know what? Maybe we should just talk to her.
Well after midnight. Full disclosure.
Look, I am sorry for the actions of myself in an alternate universe. I don't know who he is, since we reset every video and I am just the fill-in for the viewer, but I am the one in this universe for you.
I have to be honest with you as well. I am not actually after you, I needed you to lure him out. That Welkin has made you forget about your job as a daily primo farmer. But now he has fallen into my trap. He can never resist primo.
Wow. Thank you. I don't know what to say for saving me. Here I thought you might be crazy.
No problem, dear. Now, have your suit on by tomorrow. And bring friends.
Well, all's well that ends well, since you seem to be off the hook, but we should probably start looking for guests. So here we have our permafrost guests, Ayaka as the main DPS, Sucrose continuing Yelan's hydro damage, Yelan herself, obviously the lady of the hour, and then Diona as the little ring girl who's gonna throw out a little ring of cryo in order to keep up the cryo application. Here we have the Pyro Death Do Us part package with Hu Tao as the main DPS, Yelan obviously once again for her hydro application, Yunjin to help Hu Tao's pyro damage, and then Zhongli as the security guard of this area, making sure that everybody is shielded and protected during the ceremony. This as well with C4 Yelan is great because it boosts the HP of Hu Tao and Zhongli as well. Now this is my favorite team, no biases. I like seeing Yelan take charge as the main DPS, having Beidou there as electro support, Fischl there also as another electro support, and then Kokomi not only for applying hydro, but because her healing is great. This way we can make sure Yelan has an electrifying time. Sorry. Another sparking set I guess you could have is obviously Raiden from Inazuma, the leader of her whole entire country, with her bodyguard Sarah here to buff her damage, Raiden being the main DPS in this part, Yelan obviously the lady of the hour and applying hydro to both of their attacks, and then Bennett here to make sure that all the bad luck goes to him and nothing can go wrong as he heals and boosts your attack. So this is one team I'm going to be using for the showcase. The other team I use, kind of a Sunfire team, but it's not that important. My Yelan is using a Refinement 5 stringless, just in case you're wondering, and my artifact set is Heart of Depth and Tenacity. And then lastly, I would like to remind you that I'm only at level 6 talents with everything.
If you're a sleep talker, I can't promise.
all's well that ends well. But if you would like to see your alternate future, I suggest clicking one of these guides. Quick, hurry, you get to see what your other universe self is like.